Monkey D. Luffy, king of the pirates.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's me, VV Luffy M2. Welcome to episode 5 of my cartoon theories series. I'm bringing it back, like I said last video. Today's subject is the Hey Arnold theory. If you don't know, Hey Arnold was a show on Nickelodeon a long ass time ago. It was about a little boy named Arnold and his friends who lived in kind of like a section of New York. They all had weird shaped heads, and it was a pretty funny show. And here's the theory. About every 90s kid knows the Nickelodeon series Hey Arnold. The show about a small boy with an odd-shaped head. That's about the first thing you notice, the oddly shaped heads the characters have. We'll get back to that later on. Side note, this isn't really about the show itself, but the show's creation, and it's actually a really bad one. I want to tell you one thing first. This show isn't fiction. It has all happened. That's why there are a lot of life lessons in it. Arnold is a boy who lives in a fictional city. The city actually is New York, the poor area of New York. It's clearly visible that Arnold lives in a ghetto. He's just a poor orphan living in with his grandparents Gertie and Phil. Well, he believes he's an orphan. He actually is the child of the people who he believes to be his grandparents. The grandparents are mentally unstable and tell Arnold that his real parents at normal age died in a plane crash. That's not true at all. Because Gertie and Phil were old when they made Arnold, he was born with a few conditions. One of them is hydrocephalus. That's the reason his head has such an odd shape. There's one type of hydrocephalus, the one Arnold suffers from, that's called the Arnold-Chiari syndrome. That's the reason why the creator decided to call the boy Arnold. Gertie and Phil themselves are mentally unstable. That is because of their age. This is also the reason why Phil sexually abused Arnold. Phil says to Arnold that it's totally normal that a grandparent does this kind of stuff to their grandchildren. Arnold is being bullied by his oddly shaped head. This is where another condition Arnold has comes in. Because of Gertie and Phil's age, Arnold suffers from several psychological conditions. This makes him see that things that aren't there. Because he's bullied a lot, he escapes to an imaginary world with imaginary friends. That's the reason the other characters have weird-shaped heads too. It makes him feel like he's normal and no one can pick on him because of his head. This is also the reason why Arnold believes that his parents and his grandparents and that his real parents died in a plane crash. His condition makes him believe that it's reality. But the reality behind the series is way worse. If it's reality, it tells a story about a poor boy living in New York. It's all based on facts. When the creator got lost in New York, he actually got into a poor area. It was really late, so he decided to stay at a hotel. There he came across a 9-year-old boy, the child of 2 parents, who was clearly too old to have children. He saw that the boy was mentally unstable, and he believed in all the things he made up. The creator decided to tell the boy he felt really sorry for the boy when he discovered the boy only had imaginary friends and would die if he didn't get medical care quickly. He felt like he needed to do something, so he asked the boy if he could tell his story, and then he made sure that the boy's life would become better. But he didn't. He just used a sad story for a TV program. He just took advantage of it. All the misery was so successful as a children's program, he became rich and didn't care about the poor boy suffering. He did not tell anyone about the way he came up with the idea for the series. He knew that if the truth would come out, it would be all done for him. So no one would support a program created by someone who became rich over the misery of someone else. The secret is well kept for many years, but when it came out to one of the most important people from Nickelodeon found out, the show immediately got cancelled. So now you know it all. Where the idea came from, what it really is about, and why it ended. The boy probably is dead by now. We can't help him anymore, but please make sure no one takes advantage of anyone else's misery ever again. We can help all those poor kids in ghettos by not making a program about them. So obviously that all is fake. Hopefully that all is fake, because that's pretty fucked up. Woo! Anyway, guys, leave what you think about this theory in the comment section below. That was episode 5, the Hey Arnold theory. Holy shit, I feel like I need to take a shower. I feel dirty all of a sudden. So anyway, guys, see you next time.